Alright, everybody. Alright, here's the deal. Yeah, I'm aware. That's +1 push-up to Delaney. Got it. So, I've been seeing some problems. There's some things that I'm seeing going down with our narratives that I feel we need to fix. Ready? I'm recording all this, so if I mess up, you're going to see me mess up. Which actually makes this a little bit better, I'd say. I say that because of the simple fact that in the event you are seeing me mess up, you know that it's more natural to mess up. I'm doing this for the 7th and the 8th grade, although this is going to be our main thing for the 7th grade going for tomorrow. Here's what we're doing. You guys are going to have a narrative task to be done. I say tomorrow because I'm recording this on Tuesday, but it's going to be Wednesday when I up this. It will tell you directly. Oh, that was not what I was expecting. Let me change this so that way we get a better voice here. Cool. So, we're going to be doing a bit of editing when it comes to endings of a story. I have put up for the 7th grade, not for the 8th grade, a story of a horse and a lion. The 8th grade actually did this last year. But what I'm going to show you more than anything is how to edit and change your own work, because I'm seeing with the 8th grade that the work that you guys are doing is valuable, but it's all meshed and combined. So you're seeing this right now. Hi. Hopefully, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post an idea, a version of an ending for this story that the 7th grade has to write an ending for. And I would very much like all of you, I would very much like all of you to at least pay attention and see what you can use for yourself. So, first off, here's an example of something that another student wrote for me. I could pause this. I would argue that you should right now pause this. Just pause. And read this. I'm going to be reading it as well and kind of going through things, trying to show you where to best find the edits. Dialogue is an issue for us, mainly because we don't know how to write it. No, that's not right. You know how to write dialogue. You know how people talk. The problem that comes in is how to set it in an actual paragraph form. So how about we start with this logically? We start at the beginning. What's wrong with this entire thing that we're seeing here? The first thing that we can point out is it's one giant paragraph. That's not going to be good. There's a bunch of little red marks. That's where, like, periods aren't. There's a bunch of little dots here. There's a lot of green and problematic stuff. So let's start off with the fact this is one giant paragraph. So we're starting a paragraph. What do? Indent that. That's where we start. We start off with an indent. Next, when the horse arrived at its master's door, he waited anxiously for him to open the door and see the lion. The fox was pacing back and forth and made sure the lion didn't do anything stupid. The horse started to worry where his master was. I was promised a meal. I want my food. Now. Please, let me get a nibble of that delicious, delicious meat, the lion whined, and it annoyed both the horse and the fox. Okay, so this is the lion talking, right? Lion talking. If the lion is talking here, and this part right here is all about the fox and the horse, this right here, this is a new paragraph instantaneously. Oh, well, luckily, Microsoft Word just instantaneously did this. If not, and we get that, we hit the tab key to indent, and we have our brand new indent. I want this. No, I was promised a meal. I want my food now. Yeah. Okay, continuing. Lion whined and annoyed both the horse and the fox. I thought you were supposed to be tough and strong. My God, shut up, please. All right. If the fox is talking, then once again, we get a new paragraph. I don't want to go about this too quickly, But I need you to know that the main thing that we're doing right now is we're just fixing problems. All right, we have first our paragraphing. Let's do that first. Cool? Paragraph 1, 2, 3. Once we get through this, we'll start doing little neat things, but I would hope that this does not become a 15-minute long video. The fox said glaring at the lion, who was pouting and whining still, though he stopped after a few minutes. All right, who stopped after? Oh, the lion stopped. Okay, well, the lion noticed the horse waiting for his master, and he took advantage of it. The fox's attention was fixed on something else. What was the fox paying attention to? He had his eyes on a truck that was driving over to the house while he was pacing back and forth. Oh, that's what he's looking at. Then the lion pounced at the horse and snarled, "Horse!" "Horse!" the fox yelled, seeing the lion attack. Now, granted, even though the fox speaks here, we'd argue that, like, this could probably be a new paragraph, but we're not going to put it there. So, let's wait. The horse neighed and shook, then managed to get the lion off of him. He galloped away. He galloped as fast as he could around the field, dragging the lion around. Okay, so this is going to at least be a new paragraph, because now we've gone from them waiting and the lion attacking to what the horse is doing. New paragraph. As we change ideas from one idea to the next, we have to create new paragraphs. The horse neighed and shook as he could around the field, dragging the lion around. He soon stopped when he almost crashed into a tree. The lion was scraping the ground with its claws and came to a stop when the horse did. He smirked lightly and went to pounce at him again. The horse, though, noticed out of the corner of his eye and kicked the lion with its back legs. The lion whimpered, falling back on top of the fox, who was running over to them. I know you're the king of the lion and animals and such, but this is my chance of redemption. Just stay down. The horse spoke quietly. I don't know why I made the horse Optimus Prime, but we're going to keep going with this. All right, new paragraph because of the fact the horse is now talking. Make that look right. Also, these periods, when you're writing dialogue, let me look at this one right now, just mainly. When you're looking at these pieces of dialogue, this works. The first statement, "This is my chance of redemption, stay down." It would be a very forceful comment. The thing is that it's still a part of the dialogue, so we have to put a comma here to then go into the next rest of the sentence. The horse spoke quietly enough that only the lion could hear. He picked his head up, hearing a few twigs snap. He had a quick thought that the lion had a few pals coming to attack. It took him in the facts, and the thoughts to take one but more? I don't know what this sentence is saying. We'll deal with that later. Thankfully, only a deer was there before running away when the fox came over. Horse. Extended pause. Your master is here, the fox said as the peasant walked out from behind a tree, impressed at what the horse had done. What the horse had done would look better. He backed up a little, hearing the lion growl softly, but he smiled at the horse. All right, master is here. Now we need to have the whole horse's master actually talk. So, enter. Good job. I will keep you until the end of your days, as promised, he said as he patted the horse's side gently. Thank you, fox. All right, back to the horse. Thank you, fox. The horse said softly as the fox nodded to him in response. You're welcome, friend. He then walked away but stopped. Friends till death? The fox asked, looking back at the horse. Of course. The horse nodded his head. After that, the horse and the peasant lived until the end of their days, just as the peasant promised. Okay, so hit there, and then we can let that be. All right, so we now have all of these paragraphs set up. So this is actually where the paragraph should be. You could argue that for style, some of them could start somewhere else. I'm not going to go into that today. So what we do need to see is all of these little periods and commas. All of these things that come right up before the end of the dialogue need to be turned into commas or exclamation points or question marks. We don't use periods at the end of dialogue when it's continuing. So you can see that, like, this is the Fox talking, so we need to continue that. This is a good ending. This needs to be fixed. So I'm just going to go through all of these and fix anything that needs to be fixed, or at least highlight it, so that way we can go back and fix it. And as I said that, we're already done. So let's fix this. I was promised a meal. I want my food now. Now! Please let me get just a nibble of that delicious, amazing meat, which is just a weird statement to say. So let's first off comma that in, so that way we have the lion whining about the fact that he wants to eat this horse. This one I already fixed. We can go through. The Fox is yelling about the horse. This, I still say, this works. I like this, the way it's done, because the Fox is still the person talking. Although I would argue that this needs to be changed. So I'm going to just highlight this in a different color, so I know I want to change this. Ooh, that's real bright. I would argue that you should always do this. You should always go back and reread what you've written and kind of highlight what you want to change, so that way you remember to change it. Once you fix things, you then get rid of the highlight. Horse name. This is actually a pretty good paragraph. With the horse running around and attacking the lion by just knocking himself over a bunch of times. Stay down, we already fixed that. The horse spoke quietly enough so only the lion could hear. Arguably, we could change this. I'm gonna put that there. Alright, let's fix this. Comma. Good. Where's the other bit that was real weird? This one. I don't know where we were going with that one, so let's fix that later. Horse, your master is here, the Fox said. As he walked from behind a tree, impressed at what the horse did, he backed up a little, hearing the lion growl softly. But he smiled at the horse. That's okay. Good job. I will keep you until the end of your days, as promised. This should be a comma. Let's fix this. Comma. Also, we don't need to have a capital anymore here. Point that out. I didn't fix on all of the rest of them. We don't want you. This isn't the new. This or the word right after the start of a dialogue is not actually a new sentence, so you don't need to capitalize it. You just leave it lowercase because the sentence has been started with the dialogue already. Let's comma and fix all of these. Remove that. He then walked away but stopped, comma. Because he's still talking. The Fox is still talking. We say he, let's go with the Fox. Said the Fox. As he walked away but stopped, friends till death, the Fox asked, looking back at the horse. Oh, we kind of get the idea that the Fox is talking to the horse. Comma. Once again, the horse lowercase. After that, the horse and the peasant lived until the end of their days. Why is this a problem? No. Until the end of their days, just as the peasant had promised. That fixed it. just changing had fixed the way that there had worked. All right, now let's go back to the last things we have to fix. The Fox yelled, seeing the lion attack. Then the lion balanced at the horse and snarled. Let's change where this is, because from right here, if we get rid of this sentence, it looks like, and if we're reading directly, he had his eyes on a truck that was driving over near the house while he was pacing back and forth. Once again, this is the Fox. while he's pacing back and forth. This seems like the lion is pouncing at the horse and screaming, "Horse!" which is a terrible way to pounce on someone. So what I'll do is the fox, seeing this, screamed, "Horse!" and that works. That fixes that problem. Also, the fox and the lion are all technically their names, so we should capitalize them. But if I was going to do that with all of this, it would be a very long video. So, stay down. The horse spoke quietly enough. How about whispered? The horse? So that only the lion could hear? That just rolls off the tongue a little bit better. It just feels better to say, and thus for you to read. Then let's fix our last problem. He picked his head up, hearing a few twigs snap. He had a quick thought that the lion had a few pals coming to attack. It took him and the fox to take one, but what? I think I get what they're trying to say. I think that I get what they're trying to say. That, like, if the lion had more friends, it would be a problem. So let's fix this to... It had taken the lion... It had taken both... No, that doesn't work either. All of their effort to take down the lion... If there were more friends, if there were more... No, I don't like it. It doesn't work. Taking they're taking all their effort to take down the lion. Period. If there were other predators hiding in the forest, they'd be unable... Oh, there was a question mark. Would they be able to take them on as well? I think that might be the best way to phrase out that sentence, and it also made it a little bit longer, which is not a complaint. Thankfully, only a deer was there. Let's fix that. Thankfully, there was only a deer in the clearing, which stopped to see the scene before running away when the fox got close to it. This whole little, like, the deer bit could completely create an entirely new story. Because I could totally see this deer running off and being like, "Yo, there's a lion that's been..." All right, I'm going to stop using those voices. Horse ... I hate these ... dots. The ellipses are not effective. They are just doing no justice to Nathan. Horse, comma, your master is here. If this was the case, why is the fox, like, this is what it sounded like when it had the ... dots. Horse, your master is here. Which is strange. So it should just be like, "Horse, your master's here." Like, he's right there. The guy that you're looking for is right there. This is where I'm going to cut this. I know that this is pretty long, and to ask you to do all of this is going to be problematic, but this will help at least break down your bigger paragraphs. If you have written a giant paragraph, that's not going to be as effective as breaking it down like this, so that way you're able to see where and who's talking. All right? This is dialogue test number 1. I'll probably have more things on writing for you later, probably using my own thing, my own writing to help you guys out. But this is a example from one of the other students that I've taught in the past. So thanks for doing this. Thanks for watching, and peace out.